So I want to bring up a topic, man, and it's about our queens, man. No matter what color, uh, you know, about respecting our queens, bro. Because
And
I like
I'm glad you said that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad you said to that point. But go ahead. But I'm glad you brought that up.
people, women are so undervalued in today's society, and if you think about it, and this is my perspective on it, women are one of the most powerful things on the planet. They are the gateway to life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nobody looks at it like that. They, you know, the and I don't want to say culture. I want to say society. Period. It's just like, you know, we refer to them as bitches and like they ain't shit. And now, just like in anything, you got good and you got bad. You know what I'm saying? You have high quality and you have low quality, but you can't generalize it as all. You know, I think every woman is born beautiful. Not every woman becomes beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And that's through their actions and through trauma and through other things. But they still have that chance to come back from it.
I can't agree with that. I can't agree with that.
I think everybody's born beautiful.
I don't believe that. I think that's the problem.
Now, pretty and beautiful is two different things. This is to me.
It is.
Pretty is just this right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's born pretty.
Not everybody born either one.
But beautiful
There's
is
some people
inside
born-
out. Like
there's some people
I
born
done met some
already-
girls that wasn't attractive that were beautiful.
Yeah, but I had some people that's born is already all they beauty gone. You know what I'm saying? They just was born like it. You know what I'm saying? Some people born demons. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I truly believe it. You know what I mean? Like nothing you can do to change it. That's a whole other topic for another day. But yeah, man, I just can't, pretty or beautiful, I can't agree that people just born that way because I done seen some ugly babies and I done seen some ugly souls early. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but yeah, go ahead.
Wow, bro.
I'm just telling the truth, man. Granny said I can say anything I want to long as it's true. I'm just telling you the truth, man.
But nah, it's just a cycle, man. You know, you disrespect the women, then they disrespect the sons. It's a never-ending cycle.
Right.
And so even like people always blame, we're always taking point and blame at your spouse or whatever. They ain't doing this, they ain't doing this. But what are you doing? You can't control what they do. Well, are you still doing the same things you was doing in the beginning to get her? You know what I'm saying? You was bringing flowers for no reason. You was doing this, and you was being sweet. You was being spontaneous.
You was dating.
Yeah.
You was dating, and the thing that you know what I'm saying, like when you got a true queen around you, and this ain't nothing I learned from a relationship. Like this is something I learned young. I grew up in a house, you know what I'm saying, with nothing but women. You know, so it's like I had my grandmother, my mother, and my two sisters. So I always say, and they showed me, and I believe that like you teach people how to treat you.
Right.
So if you a queen, but you willing to be treated like less than that, you're gonna be treated like less than that. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what you're willing to accept. But I never watched that group of women just accept anything. You know what I'm saying? Like you're never gonna be at 100 all the time. So I've seen moments of weakness over time, but I never seen them just say, you know what, I'm gonna settle for less than what I know I deserve.
Right.
And that's the biggest thing. And when you say like, from a standpoint of queens, and queens can look like anything. They can come from any background. They can come from, you know what I'm saying? I've seen people well off still be queens, be stand out, stand up, good women because they have good values.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter where you're from, what your background is, whether it be, you know what I'm saying, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, whatever you want to look at. Like you can find queens in every culture. And I feel like it's the same thing when, you know, I bump into brothers and it's always respect, it's always love, but when cats are constantly like, every man is a king, that's not true. There's no way possible. You can't go to any village in the world and everybody's a king.
Right.
That's not true. You know what I'm saying? Like, but in society, there's a place for everybody. So you don't have to be a king. You know what I'm saying? Even if you are a king, you don't have to be a king or a queen in every environment that you walk into. it's okay for you to take the background sometimes and let another queen be a queen, or let another king be a king, but be there as support, right? But I think we don't, to your point, I think we don't value those women who step up to the plate and do the extraordinary.
Right.
Not, oh, and men for that, you know what I'm saying, for that instance, like the people that's doing just what we feel like as a society they should be doing. You birthed this child, you should take care of this child. Okay, that's one thing. Doing the extra, I think, is when you start to, you know what I'm saying, the lines stop being blurred and they're clear to what someone is and what they're bringing to the table. You know what I'm saying? So I think for the women in the community that's building the community, that's not only raising their kids, but helping raising others and doing things to, you know what I'm saying, for the next generation, I think we have to start, you know what I'm saying, paying more attention to that and giving them their flowers, because that's not an easy thing to do. And I seen it up close and personal, you know what I'm saying? I know you have as well.
And there's not a lot of big mamas.
There's not any anymore. They glamors. Yeah, they glamors and Gigi's and Honey, my sister. You know what I'm saying? I be still to this day when I be around my mom and my sister. You know, my middle sister Tet. Shout out to Tet, man. She you know, she grandma now. So when I be talking to them, I be calling them. I call her Big Mama. You know what I'm saying? I be calling Big Mama and Old Granny. That's what I call her. My mama, like, ain't no Honey and Gigi. It's Big Mama and Old Granny. Shit, that's what we tell them. But yeah, man, like I've been blessed to. If I could go back, even though things weren't great, if I could go back and change anything, I probably wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? With the exception of I only had 13 years with my grandmother, and that's to me, that's what a queen is. That's right. For my vision, is what my grandmother was and everything that she did and what she still is through us. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, I got a different respect for women in those environments because I was raised up in one of them. You know what I'm saying? But like, man, it's shout out to y'all, man. It's Women's History Month as well, but you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the women out there doing what they're supposed to be doing and more. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not an easy task, and it's nothing that we could, even though everything we have been through, we can never step in them shoes and say we know what that's like, because we can't. You know what I'm saying? We've never done it. We never will.
Just to piggyback off what you said, a man's only gonna do what you allow him to, you know. And if you want somebody to love you a certain way, you know, nobody's the same. So you have to, as men, we have to do the individualistic approach, not all women like this, all women like that. No, learn your woman, learn her, and teach your man how to love you, and teach and vice versa, you know, and listen.
That's the biggest part.
Yeah, and see what works and what doesn't work. If there might be certain things that you know she's not gonna respond to, so find a different way to approach her with it. And sometimes you can't approach them with words. Sometimes you have to approach them with actions. And you know, you got to figure out what works. And never stop doing whatever it took to get her. You got to maintain that.
And that's what I was just about to say. Like, once you set that bar, that's the bar. And I tell, like, you know what I'm saying, in every environment I'm in, I tell people, like, the standard is the standard. So like, once you set that standard, it doesn't go away. And then, I mean, it don't have to cost you a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be real with you. Like, if it's all about the money, you in the wrong spot anyway. Because I tell people all the time, like, I do more now for my wife, your sister. You know what I'm saying? Than I ever did, because like, she deserved it. Everything we done been through, everything we done, like, people, we talk about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, must be nice. People must be nice, man. Y'all wasn't there.
I hate that phrase.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, I understand it when people say it. I get it. It's supposed to come off as a compliment. It's not really a compliment though.
No,
but at the same token, like, you was in some of them houses when we didn't have lights. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was homeless, when I got shot, like, it's a lot of things that happen over the course of these 20 years that people don't really understand. And it's like, yeah, today it may look good, but it took some work to get here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when you have people around you that they are not only there for monetary value, they there because they genuinely have love and they care about you. Like, never take that for granted. You know what I mean? And like, when you set that standard for somebody, and you say, okay, I'm buying flowers randomly, I'm doing this or doing that, you have to continue to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because now, and that's on both sides, but now that woman, that queen that we talking about, that we referring to, she start to look inside herself and say, you know what I'm saying, is it something I'm doing different? The reason why I'm being treated different? You know what I mean? And you have to validate it. That's another thing. You do have to listen when it comes to relationships, but you have to validate that other person's feelings as well. When they tell you they feel a certain way, you really can't just dismiss it. You got to step back and say, why do they feel that way?
Right.
What am I doing to make them feel that way? You know what I mean? So yeah, it's levels. You know what I mean? Like everybody ain't where they want to be, but at the same time, like again, you set the standard. You teach people how to treat you. So if you want to be treated forever like you at the bottom of the barrel, act like you at the bottom of the barrel. But if you set that standard like you everything that you think you are, and that's exactly what you should do, the sky the limit. And the only people that's gonna come around you, the only energy that's gonna be around you is what that standard says.
Yeah, so man, and I've been a proprietor of this. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but
today.
We about to use it. That love bombing, you gotta be real careful if you're being serious about this woman. Because, and I've done it, and I didn't do it, I did it for the right reasons, but I did all this stuff and to get her, and then after a year or two, it's like that energy kind of died down a little bit. You kind of get complacent, and now, since you emotionally or financially or however you spoil her, now she's thinking you don't love her, or you don't, it's because you're not maintaining that. So even though that's a good thing, it could be detrimental long term. So try to find that balance.
Yeah, like I said, man, like it don't have to always be expensive. It don't have to be monetary at all. It can be a note. It could be a note. It could be
more valuable than money.
Turning everything that off and just spending some time, one-on-one time. And that could be relationship, brotherhood, sisterhood, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just shut everything off. You know what I'm saying? Me and bro might go somewhere, sit down, eat breakfast. You know what I'm saying? Drink a mimosa or something just to unwind, talk. You know what I'm saying? Get the day started. You know what I mean? It's like, or as couples do something, go out to dinner or something. Like it don't take a whole lot. You know what I mean? But like I said, you could write a note one day, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give y'all fellas a cheat code, and it's gonna show you a lot about who you dealing with. But cause some women like, I don't want whatever. You know what I mean? But bro, you can go to Kroger any day throughout the year and buy a bouquet of flowers for $20 or less. And that's just a, hey, I'm thinking about you type shit. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, if she say, I don't want them, you know what I'm saying? But it shouldn't matter how much they cost. It's the thought. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's the fact that on this day at a random time I was thinking about you. Not on your birthday, not on an anniversary, none of that. Just because I feel like this is who you are and I value you, I went and did this. You know what I mean? Like, and if somebody do $300 roses on Valentine's, but they do $20 roses 15 times a year, what's the difference? You know what I mean? So.
Yep, got to keep that flame burning.